And we welcome you inside of the Panther Den as we get set for Mountain 8 Conference basketball on a Wednesday night. The national anthem was just sung, and we head down and check in with our public address announcer, Becca Brooks, with tonight's starting lineups.
Number 3, Hannah Love. Number 4, Ava Lyda. And number 12, Reese Smith. Panthers go lights out in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, Panther fan, I expect all of you on your feet, and let's welcome your Lady Panthers. At guard and a junior wear number 1, Riley Green. At guard and a junior wear number 2, Layla Malloy. She's your point guard and a sophomore wear number 10, Bristol Brooks. At center and a sophomore wear number 24, Finley Muffet. And at forward and a senior wear number 32, Malia Mason.
That's the starting lineups for both teams. We'll turn the lights back on. We'll get this one underway. The second meeting between these two squads. You see back on January 9th, these two teams met in Hendersonville. 52-31 was the final. The Panthers came out victorious in Hendersonville, and they're looking for the season sweep tonight. After a win last week, are the Panthers now 11-10 and 7-4 in the conference. A win against Tuscola to break back into the win column after a loss to Pisgah. Both teams are out on the court. Moffitt is ready to jump center against Asia Watkins. And we are underway here at the Panther Den, about 40 minutes late. But we're glad that you are with us as the JV girls game went about an hour and a half. And the Lady Knights of North Henderson won a low-scoring affair. That's put us behind by at least 40 minutes now as we get this one underway at 10 after 7. Glad that you are sticking with us. Had some messages, folks wondering if we were going to be on tonight. I appreciate you hanging with us. It'll be a late night. May put you to sleep. North can't get anything to go underneath. Here come the Panthers. That one a little too hard underneath. Layla Malloy couldn't get it to go. It's Watkins in the corner. Got a feed over to Motley. Motley driving, kicking out beyond the arc. A 3. It's an air ball and out of bounds. It'll go to the Panthers as Reese Smith attempted that 3. 58 seconds rather into this first quarter. Riley Green will get it inbounds, and looks like North going to pick up in the backcourt with some pressure. And Bristol Brooks now will run the point, working against Reese Smith, going to feed it over. Now underneath Mason. Mason trying to get position, lifts a pass that is too tough for Moffitt to handle, and it's out of bounds as she tries to save it. 3 games to end the season at home for the Panthers. Tonight, Friday night, and then on Tuesday night it'll be senior night, West Henderson. Smoky Mountain comes a calling on Friday night in Battle of Cowee here at the Den. Can't make it out. We'll have it here on the network. Pass knocked away, secured by the Knights. Lyda driving in, and I don't know what I think they'll say it hit the back of the backboard. Okay. It must have hit a Panther, hit the back of the backboard, so it was out of bounds. So it's going to be North Henderson basketball. That's what it appears. So Ava Lyda looking to get it in. She barely beats that 5-second call. Baseline jumper. Motley gets the scoring going. Motley. Check that was Watkins. Motley. that got the bucket as we come back to live action out of the replay. Panthers had some issues underneath. They get it back, feeding Moffitt underneath off the glass. Assist of Green. Finley Moffitt able to get the Panthers on the scoreboard and tie this game at 2 apiece. Well, it's Motley that bring it up for Coach Kevin Rhodes and the North Henderson Lady Knights. Swing it over to Lyda baseline. She's going to drive in, get partially blocked. They're going to whistle a foul on Malia Mason. That'll be the first foul whistle on either team, and they're going to send Ava Lyda to the line for 2 shots. Mason picks up her first, and it's the team's first. And the first opportunity up and good for Ava Lyda. She'll get one more. Lyda, a sophomore. A lot of sophomores on this roster. Second shot up and good. 4-2 North early. Bristol Brooks across that timeline. So far, the Knights are 2-0. Both JV games went the way of the Purple Knights. Both of them were very close and went down to the wire. Malloy can't hit. Offensive rebound. Bristol has it. Brooks tries to get position. Going to swing it over to Green. Green going to drive in. Feed. Moffitt lost it. Tie up. Is Eschanero going to stay with Franklin? Well, definitely a tie-up. Just could not secure that pass. It was knocked away in the trees, in the traffic, in the paint. Inbounds. Mason secures it. We'll find Green. Green going to feed Moffitt underneath, getting position going up, gets fouled. And it'll be Moffitt that'll be at the free throw line. Finley, the sophomore, get 2 shots. First one on Deasia Watkins. That'll be her first, and it's the team's first. And the first shot is off the mark for Finley Moffitt. She'll get one more at the charity stripe. Hopefully you have got a nice dinner tonight and you're settling in for a long evening of basketball action here on the network. As we're getting started about 40 minutes late. Watkins can't get it to go. Here comes Riley Green with it for Coach Justin Moffitt. Mason working, can't get it to go. Here come the Knights up court. Motley gets the pass from Love. Motley going to attempt, can't hit from downtown. Rebound, Moffitt. Here come the Panthers. Bristol Brooks going to feed, wide open. Riley Green. She got lost in the defense. Nobody around Riley Green. Protect, that's Layla Malloy. Her ponytail is covering up her number there. Cross-court pass. Lyda back out now underneath Watkins. Watkins going to feed it back out to Lyda. Lyda's pass going to be intercepted. Here comes Bristol Brooks. And she'll get it to go. Some issues. Watkins lost it. Here come the Panthers. It's Bristol Brooks again. She's going to get caught up in traffic. Give it up. Now pass underneath, knocked away. It's a turnover into the hands of Lyda. Lyda kicks over to Motley. Now going to feed left wing. It's Smith had it briefly. Kick it over to Lyda. Lyda harassed, feeds in the paint. Watkins low block. Wouldn't go. Bristol going to slow it down as Brooks brings it across that timeline, calls out the offense, and feeds a pass. It's going to be intercepted into the hands of Motley. Motley gets fouled as she attempted. She'll be at the line for a couple of shots. Great replay there. Motley intercepting that pass. And credit Bristol Brooks being able to block her from getting the N1 situation, as that one was nowhere near the bucket. 2 shots for Motley. First one wouldn't go, and she'll get one more. Sophomore. For Coach Kevin Rhodes and the Purple Lady Knights. Bailey Bryant's going to check in for Coach Justin Moffitt and the Panthers. Second one up and good for Motley. Bristol Brooks across that timeline. Now going to race in the paint, get tied up. And the possession arrow this time is to the North Henderson Knights. There's a quick tie-up. Two minutes, 40 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Lyda with it. Partially blocked. It was Bryant that blocked that shot. And then on the blocked shot, a foul going against North Henderson. They give that one to Chloe Ebert. Yep. Aubrey Newsom is into the game. She's got it. Gives it up to Bristol. Brooks into the corner. Back up top it goes. Malloy, three. Got it! Layla Malloy from downtown. Banked it home. Pass underneath, knocked away. Purple Knights trying to get Sarah Love on the low block. Lyda inbounds underneath. Lyda, did she establish? I guess she did. Out it goes Motley. Wouldn't go from just inside the arc. And Moffitt grabs the rebound. Here come the Panthers. Bristol to the hole. Got the roll. Bristol Brooks. Coast to coast. Lyda for three. Off the mark. Offensive board Love. She gives it up. Baseline jumper. Well off the mark. Reese Smith didn't hit anything. It's an air ball. Got some subs coming in for both teams. Bailey Wooten's going to check in. Looks like Riley Green back into the game for Coach Justin Moffitt and the Panthers. North has possession. They've got to get it in underneath their own basket. Motley. Caught up. It's a turnover. Malloy feeds. Green somehow able to get that one to go. Acrobatic. Watch this. See how she got this one to go. Just threw it up, hoping a prayer, and it went in. She smiled too. As we get back to live action. Ball knocked out of bounds. It's going to stay with North Henderson. And is it 5 seconds? Yes, it is. 5-second call and a turnover for North. Ava Staten couldn't get it in quick enough. Under 60 seconds left, first quarter. Panthers up 14-5. It is a quiet 14 points. Is heading to the hole, getting fouled. Riley Green, she'll be at the line. And if she can hit both, it'll put the Panthers up double digits. That was going against Ava Staten, her first, and it's the team's second. First one off the mark. For Coach Rhodes and the Purple Knights, Kennedy Drake has checked in. Can't hit either at the free throw line. And was it saved? No, it wasn't. Kennedy Drake tried to save it, stepped on the baseline. And it goes in the corner, a three. Good. Riley Green from downtown. And that puts the Panthers up. Double digits, 16-5. Staten in the corner, lifts a pass, almost stolen. And it goes Drake. She can't get it to go. Newsom off to the races, going to feed up court. Riley Green. 20 seconds left here in the first. High pass, and it's heading out of bounds. It'll be a turnover for the Knights with 9 seconds left in the first. Panthers have an opportunity to close the quarter with momentum. Got a bucket here. Got to push it, though. Green, 5 seconds. Green kicks it into the corner. Newsom, a three. Well off the mark, and that's going to do it. 1 quarter in the books here at the Panther Den. Coach Tom Raby basketball court. And the Lady Panthers hold an 18-5 advantage over the North Henderson Knights. As we head to break, stay with us.
When your land demands the best, you need equipment you can count on. At Kubota Tractors of Franklin, you'll find that quality equipment and the best selection anywhere. Everything from the new Kubota subcompact tractors and the zero-turn mowers, all the way up to heavy construction equipment. Plus, right now, we're offering super low price options and incredible long-term financing on practically all Kubota products in stock. Come see us today at North Carolina's family tractor dealer, Kubota Tractors of Franklin.
Welcome back. 8 minutes up on the scoreboard. Second quarter about to begin. Glad you're with us. George Young, along with our fantastic FPSN crew, Joshua Chastain, it's Philip, our executive producer, Philip Angel, and Spencer Lee. Also on cameras today. Glad that you're with us, wherever you may be, as we begin this second quarter. North with the basketball. Lyda gives it up to Motley. Motley get a feed. Watkins, she kicks it back out. Pass stolen away into the hands of Autry, who is checked in between quarters. Off the glass and good. Alyssa Autry gets into the scoring column for the first time and puts the Panthers up 15 at 20-5, beginning the second quarter. Motley swings it. Lyda going to try to drive in, get caught up. And they're going to whistle a foul on the floor, it looks like, before she went up for the shot. Going against the Panthers, and it's Kylan Hervey that is also checked in between quarters. And she picks up her first foul. That's the first for the Panthers. Quick inbounds and a shot. Would not go from the top of the key. Fight for it. Here come the Panthers. Crystal Brooks. Up court to Hervey. Hervey going to find Brooks directing traffic. Under 7 minutes remaining here first half. Hervey finds Mason. Now around the horn it goes. And North has switched to zone defense here. Mason finds Hervey up top and almost knocked away, and they're going to call a bump on Kyla Motley. Motley going to pick up the foul. That'll be her first, team's first, no shots on the floor. With 6:32 left in the second. Bristol Brooks on the point, calling out that offense. Going to swing it over left side. Now deep in the corner. Underneath it goes Moffitt. She gets fouled before she can even go up. Question is, was she in the act? I don't think so. No, she wasn't. Got slapped away before the shot could be attempted. It's Bristol to get it in. Over to Motley. Or check that. Moffitt. First shot wouldn't go. Got her own rebound. And she gets fouled on the second shot. Adelson. Moffitt to the line. for a couple of shots. Foul whistled on Reese Smith, her second. It's the third on North. 3 quick fouls, not even 2 minutes into this second quarter. For North, dressed in their purple uniforms tonight with yellow trim. Panthers, of course, in their white tonight. Home whites. Second one, back of the iron. Tracking down the rebound, Kyla Motley. She's going to bring it up for Coach Rhodes. Motley backs it out. Now being harassed and just heads out of bounds. Was wanting the foul called, but stepped out of bounds. It's a great defense by Bristol Brooks. Got some assists there from Moffitt. Came from her low post position. Low block. Mason get a feed, knocked away. Into the hands of Deasia Watkins. Ebert gets caught up in the corner, gonna turn it over. Hervey, down court, feeding, intercepted. Trying to hit Moffitt. Poked away from behind. Fight for it. Jump ball, possession arrow to the Panthers. Was that Hervey? Yeah, Hervey knocked it away from behind. Get back to live action. It's Autry going to bring it up this time for Coach Justin Moffitt. Over to Finley. Moffitt back. It's over to Autry. Autry lost control of it briefly into the hands of Hervey. Hervey going to feed Moffitt. Will make that Mason deep in the corner. Now Hervey going to lean into it. Wouldn't go. Fight for it. Hervey comes out with it. Over to Autry. Feed Bristol. Turns and shoots and hits. Bristol Brooks for 3. Four minutes, 48 seconds with a ticking clock. We've got a whistle and a timeout going to be called by North Henderson. North wants to talk it over. Standings in the Mountain 8 Conference, here they are, coming through last night's action. Had one game last night. Brevard and East Henderson played. All the rest of the games are happening tonight, including this one. Piz got the top, 10-0. West Henderson still has a losing record overall, but they are 9-1 in the conference. Smoky and Franklin, they'll play on Friday night. You see both at 7-4. Smoky beat Franklin. That's why they're ahead in the conference standings right now. Friday night here at the Panther Den. It's the Battle of Cowie Mountain. Also Hall of Fame night. We'll talk about Hall of Fame night as we go along in this one. North has possession out of the timeout that they called. Low block. Wouldn't go. Watkins grabs the rebound. She goes up, can't get it. Bristol Brooks gonna race. Race to the hole, does Bristol, and get it to go. North Henderson yet to score in this second quarter. Now we've got another turnover up top as we come back to live action. It was a traveling violation up top by Motley. Finley, Moffitt in the corner. Swing it around the horn. They go now right side. Mason. Mason traveled with it. .401 to go here in the second. It's been all Panthers so far. If you just tuned in, this game didn't start until about 10 after 7. Because the JVs went so long. The JV girls lasted till 5:30. And the JV boys was a barn burner. And it lasted a long time. Both North Henderson wins. Jumper, free throw line for Moffitt. Gets it to go. Finley Moffitt with a J. Both North Henderson wins on the JV side. Next dead ball going to get a whole new roster in for Coach Justin Moffitt and the Lady Panthers as Moffitt blocks that one, saves it. Bristol Brooks holds the number of the offense up and feeds underneath. Was it saved? Yeah, it was. The whistle never blew. Finley Moffitt and a timeout going to be whistled by Coach Justin Moffitt. Yeah, it was saved by Autry, and North Henderson just kind of gave up on it. So a timeout, Coach Moffitt, and he's going to talk things over, interim head coach Justin Moffitt. Here's the schedule. I mentioned that the Panthers play on Friday. 3 consecutive home games to end the year, and then the Mountain 8 tournament hosted this year at Smoky Mountain. 3 rounds, no byes, I believe. That's what we've been told. North Smoky, West Henderson. And then Friday night mentioned this. It is Hall of Fame night, and these fine gentlemen will be inducted into the Franklin High School Athletic Hall of Fame. Billy Van Hook, Blake Harrell, and Gary Shields. That'll happen right before the boys varsity, the end of the girls and beginning of the boys, between those 2 games when the Hall of Fame induction ceremony will take place. And if you can't be out here, it should be a packed house. Like with it being the Battle of Cowee, it'll be Hall of Fame night. We'll have it here on the network. So North will have possession out of the timeout. Panthers pick up full court and calls a turnover. No, they. Oh, yeah. I thought it was Panther basketball. North was going to try to pull a fast one on the official, which happens. I've seen it. Newsom going to feed underneath. Knocked away. Back out Newsom. Aubrey over to Malloy. Malloy back out up top. Riley Green into the paint. Bailey Wooten kicks it back out. Now it's Newsom feeding Wooten. And Bailey Wooten gets into the scoring column. Reese Smith with it for the Knights. Going nowhere with that one. Hannah Love fed it into the corner, but there was nobody home. Sarah Love checks in, and the inbounds pass going to be stolen away, and then she travels with it. Did Hannah Love. Some more subs coming in, back in. Motley just checked out. Hannah Love takes a seat. Who just stole the pass and then travel. Malloy. Up court, that's going to be a turnover. Trying to find Bailey Wooten. Getting sloppy late second quarter. Both teams turning the ball over left and right. Fans want to stick around at the half. It's the January Franklin High School athletic, or the construction update. Athletic buildings that they are building over here. The brand new football field and the gym. We go in. They're starting also to construct a 3-story tower. And Tracy Talent will get another tour, and you'll get a tour here at the half, the January 2026 edition. Lots of change since the last time we got an update. Another turnover. A 3. Up and good. Aubrey Newsom from downtown. 37-5. North Henderson has not scored here in this second quarter. And we've got a foul going against Franklin. They're going to get that one too. Is it? Did they give it to? Malloy? Yeah, Layla Malloy picks up just her first, and it's the team's second. Inbounds to Motley. Baseline jumper. Good. It's a 3. The first points for North Henderson here in the second quarter. Green. Knocked away. We'll stay with the Panthers. 65 seconds left. Fellas, I know y'all are going to like this. Our crew, the air conditioning has cut on. Ooh, it's hot. Baseline jumper, good. Riley Green's been on fire here in the first half. And it's getting pretty warm. Been cold for a long time, but up here, up in the rafters, it was hot. Wooten steals the pass. Bailey going to feed to Green. Green gets tripped, falls down, no call. Here come the Knights. 40 seconds left. That one wouldn't go for Smith. Panthers grab the rebound. Now we've got a whistle and a foul going against North Henderson. Will they give it to Smith or they give it to Love? Sarah Love, 21. They're both around the basketball. Pass stolen away. Sarah Love with the bucket. 23 seconds left. North picks up in the backcourt. Panthers going to break it as Newsom fires a pass into the front court. Knocked around. Who was it off is the question. Going to stay with Franklin, looks like. And it goes to Newsom, going to feed underneath. Hitting the deck was Bailey Wooten. North comes out with it with 10 seconds left. Love, free throw line, block, gets it back, goes up, gets fouled. And that'll send Love to the line. Sarah Love for 2. Foul whistled on Layla Malloy. That's her second, and it's the third on Franklin. First opportunity for Love, up and good. And one more at the stripe. For Sarah Love. Also, we'll have some halftime highlights of this first half. She gets the roll on the second along with the construction update for January. That'll do it. It's the heave at the buzzer, and we are at the half here at the Panther Den. And it's been all Franklin so far in this first half. I think they're going to honor some youth basketball players. We're going to head off to break here. And want to stick around for the construction update and then some first half highlights right after this on FPSN.
Need underbrush cleared? Have a stump that needs grinding? A tree that's become a hazard on your property? Call Carson Tree Service for a free estimate today. Whether it's landscaping or view cuts, he can help. Fully licensed and insured. Call Cheyenne Carson at 828-526-6213.
Hey folks, it is time for the January 2026 edition of the construction update of the Franklin High School project. I'm George Young, along with Tracy Talent from Macon County Schools, and we are here again in the new Panther Pit. A lot has changed since the last time we talked, Tracy. Walls are going up behind us, and they're about to put in the stands on the home side.
Yeah, just in a month. Wow, how things have taken place, and the framing for the stands is going in. They poured the riser underneath the bottom of the bleachers with concrete, and then all the walls going up behind there where the crane is. It's amazing what all's taking place.
And folks maybe have driving by seen some of the dirt work that's happening on the field. You see some mounds, you see some puddles. A lot of that is the old drainage that they were digging up in preparation to put the new drainage in, right?
Yes, and as you remember from years gone by, when it would rain, we would really have a dam coming down the steps here from the parking lot into the field. Of course, all that is level together now, but yes, they had dug up all the old drainage, and some of it you can see down there with the old pipe work, and you could tell the reason that it would not drain water then, but all the subgrades going in now with all fresh drainage.
Yeah, and that should be done in the next couple of months in preparation, obviously, for the field to be prepared in April, May, and June as they get prepared for the turf and getting really prepared for the opening, which is still on track for next August.
Yeah, for August, and we plan on playing football here in August of this coming year.
Yeah, it's exciting. All right, we're going to take a tour once again, as we have each and every month we've been doing this. We're going to head over. We're going to check out some of the buildings. We're going to go inside some of the buildings. So let's head over. We are now inside of the gymnasium. This is the Panther Den gym floor that we're standing on. Actually, I think where we're at is the stands that are going to be coming down. You can kind of tell where the stands are behind us. This is exciting. All these walls have come up over the past month and a half, and they're almost as tall as they're going to be.
Yeah.
Give us a sense, Tracy, of what we're seeing here.
Okay, this is the, as you said, the main gym floor here with the, we'll be standing like where the stands are here, and the stands coming down there on the other side as well, with your court running this way. And then beyond that wall over there is the auxiliary gym, and it's turned the opposite direction. So, you know, for design purposes and to get the room, that's the way they've done that. But it's exciting to see everything going on, the walls up, the crane setting the steel. It's just amazing to see everything that's gone on in the past month.
Oh, it is. It is coming up quick. That's the comment that most folks tell me, is how quickly this is coming up. Now, obviously, there's no roof on the gym just yet. Timeline for capping this thing off?
Well, of course, they're bringing the walls up, and they'll have to leave this center wall out to where they can work around there. I don't have a timeline on when that they'll be setting trusses yet, but I'm sure it'll be pretty quick, because they're setting steel all around us, and the walking track, the steel structure that's there is part of the walking track that will be going around the gym as well.
Yeah, that's exciting. A lot of folks don't realize there'll be a walking track, and you can walk inside or run either way inside the gym. Obviously on days similar to today where it's very cold.
Indoor track.
Indoor track, that's right. There'll actually be an indoor track instead of indoor-outdoor track is what they have now. All right, we're going to head onto the other side and see what's happening over there. Well, we promised you we're going to head inside, and we are kind of inside. There is an open area of the wall and the ceiling right above us here. That's actually going to be the elevator shaft. Where are we inside here, Tracy?
One of the elevator shafts. We have 3 or 4 elevators in the entire building, but we're backstage, I guess you would call it, for the den, for the basketball courts. As you can tell where these rebar are right here, there will be more walls that'll be framed up through here as the days come. All around there's welding and cutting and things taking place as we speak, but all this will be your locker room areas, your bathroom, showers, and those things that you have to have for your sports.
And this is basically underground or in the basement area of the gym, but it won't feel like a basement.
No.
Once you're inside. It's all connected, and it's going to be cool. Yeah, it'll be very cool.
It's all going to work together and all going to flow very well. Got a great design on it.
These guys are working hard. All right, we're going to head on outside. And we're on the back side of the property, the Frogtown property. On the other side of the camera is a beautiful view of downtown Franklin. Behind us here is the 3-story classroom tower they're about to start constructing. We see they've built some of the footers. You can see that coming out of the ground. Describe what's happening over here, Tom.
Yeah, the footers, as you can see there, are deep and wide to hold up 3 stories of the structure that will be going here out on this section. As you can see behind us there where the crane is, they're erecting the bridge that will come from the center part of the building to the 2nd floor of the educational wing. And then there where those white trucks are sitting there in the center, that'll be the courtyard that'll be totally enclosed, the kids' green space that the kids can go outside and eat lunch or have outdoor classrooms.
And you see these walls continue to go up a little higher and a little higher every day. That wasn't the case last month in December.
Right.
All this has transpired over the past month and a half, and it's very exciting. And I'm looking forward, Tracy, to next month, because I think we're going to even be inside some buildings that have roofs on them.
Oh yes, and we'll start seeing the walls be erected on this side up by next month. They'll start laying these walls up. Of course, the first story is brickwork, and then the second two stories above that will be metal and phenolic panels. So it's exciting to see what's going to go on.
Yeah, a lot going on. You hear the beeping behind us. They are laying this rock, and a lot going on here at the new Franklin High School construction project. That's going to wrap things up for the January 2026 edition of the new Franklin High School construction update. Thanks to Tracy. I'm George Young. We'll see you next time.
When your land demands the best, you need equipment you can count on. At Kubota Tractors of Franklin, you'll find that quality equipment and the best selection anywhere. Everything from the new Kubota subcompact tractors and the zero-turn mowers, all the way up to heavy construction equipment. Plus, right now, we're offering super low price options and incredible long-term financing on practically all Kubota products in stock. Come see us today at North Carolina's family tractor dealer, Kubota Tractors of Franklin.
And now let's take a look at the highlights from the first half of action. And that's been a look at highlights from the first half. Third quarter action coming up right after this. Need underbrush cleared? Have a stump that needs grinding? A tree that's become a hazard on your property? Call Carson Tree Service for a free estimate today. Whether it's landscaping or view cuts, he can help. Fully licensed and insured. Call Cheyenne Carson at 828-526-6213.
And we are underway here in the second half as they shut the clock off and decided to walk back out there and start playing. North Henderson with a basketball to begin things and a bucket for Deasia Watkins. That'll be the first points of this second half. And one situation for Deasia Watkins. Get a whistle, a foul. on Moffitt, and Finley Moffitt was the one that grabbed the defensive board. Give it up to Bristol Brooks. She'll have it. Layla Malloy feeding. Moffitt counted and one for Finley Moffitt. Foul whistled on DeAsia Watkins. That'll be her second and the first whistled on North Henderson here in this third quarter. And one, she got it, the old-fashioned three-point play. Panthers up now 42-14. Motley brings it up. For Coach Kevin Rhodes, going to feed into the corner. It's Lyda. Lyda's pass intercepted. Bristol Brooks gives it up. Green back to Brooks. Hook shot wouldn't go. Motley. Pass over to Lyda, going to feed underneath, too tough. Here comes Bristol Brooks. Up court, Green. She can't get it to go. Pretty good defense by Motley. Lyda with it, finds Motley. She'll kick into the corner. That's Love. And she's going to attempt hit the side of the backboard. Mason there to grab the rebound. Green, cross court. Over to Malloy. It's a three. It's nothing. There to grab the board. Finley Moffitt. She can't get the underneath layup to go. Here comes Lyda. Feeding over to Motley in the corner. It's a three. Motley hits. From deep in the corner. Bristol Brooks going to feed. Green, three. Off the mark. Grabbed her own rebound. Fed underneath. Nice. Off the glass, Layla Malloy. Watkins underneath getting position. She's going to get fouled. She'll be back at the line for two shots. Foul whistled on Malia Mason. First opportunity at the stripe. No good for DeAsia Watkins. One more for the sophomore. Sub coming in for North. It's Ava Staten. Checking in. One more for Watkins. And she can't hit the second either. Bristol Brooks going to feed. It's Malloy now underneath Macy getting position. Mason can't get the roll. And there to grab the board. Watkins. Here come the Purple Knights. Motley with it. Approaching 5 minutes left here in the third. High pass into the corner. It's Lyda. Now underneath. Knocked away. Trying to hit Watkins. Here come the Panthers. It's Green. Riley. Partially blocked. Motley. Racing. Lost it. Into the hands of Green. Dishes. Bristol Brooks. The fast break. Bristol Brooks gives the Panthers 45-17 advantage. Get 46. Another turnover. Bristol once again. The assist from Green. Back-to-back trips down the floor. Fast break. Fast break points. Panthers up 48-17. A three by Motley. Tries to bank it home. Wouldn't go. Fight for the board. Watkins secures it. Goes up. No. Got her own rebound again. And a whistle on the floor. Had a foul going against Franklin. It is youth basketball night. All the youngins in the Macon County Rec League have been invited out. They wear their jersey. They get in for free. No shots here. Inbounds pass into the corner, knocked away. Somehow she got it back. And whose ball is it? It's going to stay with North Henderson. A bunch of kids in the stands running around, running behind me. Love the energy. And if you are a parent and you got pictures made and you haven't ordered yet, still an opportunity. You can just log on, photos.backlotcinema.com. That's where you order. We have fulfilled all the orders that were taken over the past month and a half. But if you forgot, still time. Log on, photos.backlotcinema.com. If you are a youth basketball parent and want some pictures, and your youngins took pictures, had a lot of sickness during December when we initially took the pictures. We had some makeup days, but if you remember, right before Christmas, a lot of flu. Three up and good. That was a laser beam by Kyla Motley. Back to live action. Moffitt gets position but can't get the bucket underneath. Motley grabs the board. Knocked away. Stays with North. 3:17 left in the third. Hannah Love will dribble up top for Coach Kevin Rhodes. High pass, Motley in the corner. She gets posted up by Brooks. Now going to feed underneath. Eventually, it's Sarah Love that'll get the bucket to go in the paint. Sarah Love has come off the bench and gotten some quick points. Green finds Malloy. Now they're going to find Bristol Brooks just left of the elbow. Got it. It's a pretty shot for Bristol Brooks. Reese Smith in the paint. Knocked away. Stays with North Henderson. Some subs coming in here. Like Newsom going to check in for Justin Moffitt. Oh, here comes the entire bench for Justin Moffitt and the Lady Panthers. Autry in, Wooten in, Newsom along with Bailey Bryant. Love underneath, kicks it back out to Hannah Love. Back goes Motley. Motley didn't hold it very long before it ended up into the hands of Staten. Staten's shot wouldn't go. Wooten fighting for the board, secured it. Now it's Newsom, Aubrey Newsom up top, going to feed Wooten. Lost it. Here comes Motley and the Purple Knights. Almost a travel. Love splits the double team, feeding. Back out. Quick three. Off the mark for Love. Fight for it. Knocked away. Who last touched it? It'll say off of Hannah Love and the Purple Knights. So it'll be Panther basketball. Some subs coming off the bench for the Lady Knights. Into the game, Chloe Ebert. Minute 40 left as we are past the top of the hour of 8 o'clock. If you're tuning in for the boys action. Yeah, this game did not start till about 10 after 7. So we're just in the third quarter. Underneath, shot wouldn't go for Wooten, but she was fouled. She'll be at the line. Wooten for a couple of shots. Team second foul. First one is up and good as Sarah Love picked up the foul for the Purple Knights. That's her second. Back of the iron. Offensive rebound. Aubrey Newsom. She had it knocked away. We'll stay with the Panthers. They got to get it inbounds underneath their own basket now. I'm George Young along with our terrific FPSN crew. Philip Angel, executive producer, running the show for us. Running those great replays. Switching. Camera folks tonight, Joshua Chastain, Spencer Lee. Doing a fantastic job as they normally do. Bringing you the pictures of tonight's action. Motley, top of the key, hits the three. Sophomore from downtown. Newsom's pass knocked away. It'll stay with the Panthers with 54.8 left. Boys action coming up at the conclusion of this one. About 10, 15 minutes after this one's in the books, we'll have the boys for you, and that one should be a pretty good one. Panthers come in with 17 wins and a traveling violation going against Aubrey Newsom on the boys' side. And North Henderson comes in with 14 wins. Usually pretty entertaining games when North and Franklin get together on the basketball court. Saw that 3 overtime thriller here about, was it 3 years ago? I'll never forget that. Knocked away, stays with Franklin as Alyssa Autry had it poked away from behind. .28 seconds. Aubrey Newsom feeding. Wooten. She can't get it to go. Sarah Love with a rebound. Here come the Purple Knights, 17 seconds left. It's Motley into the front court. She gets stopped. Kicks. Back it goes to Motley. Swing it over into the corner. Love. A three. Good. Hannah Love hits the three. That'll do it. 3 quarters in the books here at the Panther Den. And the Lady Panthers hold a sizable 51-28 advantage over the North Henderson Knights as we head to break.
Need underbrush cleared? Have a stump that needs grinding? A tree that's become a hazard on your property? Call Carson Tree Service for a free estimate today. Whether it's landscaping or view cuts, he can help. Fully licensed and insured. Call Cheyenne Carson at 828-526-6213.
Welcome back. Fourth quarter about to begin. Coach Tom Raby basketball court. Panther Den tonight. Just joined us the girls' standings in the Mountain 8 Conference. There they are. So start the fourth quarter. Pisgah at the top. Stays with Franklin as that one's knocked out of bounds. Friday night, it is Hall of Fame night here at the Den. We'll talk about that as we go along here in the fourth quarter. So we get a timeout. Tell you more about Hall of Fame night, the Franklin High School Athletic Hall of Fame induction ceremony of a couple of members of the class of 2025 and a member of the class of 2024 that did not get inducted. A three off the mark for Riley Green. Panthers secure the rebound. It's Bristol Brooks. A fadeaway. Bristol Brooks with the bucket. Ebert swings into the corner. It's a three by Love from the right side. She hit one from the left. Couldn't get that one to go. Fight for the board as Sarah Love secures it. Now a timeout called by North Henderson. That gives me an opportunity to tell you about the Hall of Fame induction ceremony happening on Friday night. Here are the fellas that are going to be inducted on Friday night between the girls and the boys games. If you can't make it out, and we encourage you to, but if you can't, then we'll have it here on the network on YouTube and Facebook of the Franklin Panther Sports Network. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can like us on Facebook. You can also follow us on Instagram to keep you up to date on what's happening. That'll be Friday night, Battle of Cowie Mountain. Hall of Fame night. And then there'll be more Hall of Fame inductions happening at the brand new Panther Pit. 2026 season. That'll be here before you know it. I was talking to Warren Winchester, stat man extraordinaire, along with him and Rodney Van Hook. He was up here talking to me while we're watching the JV games, and he said that Coach Josh Brooks sent him a football schedule for next year, and he showed it to me. Turnover up top. Motley then has it poked from behind out of her grasp. It's going to stay with North Henderson. In it goes Motley. She lost it. Outlet, Bristol Brooks. Off the glass. A lot of fast break points in this game. Have the Panthers. Love, going to feed. Back it goes Love into the corner. Motley. She pops and can't hit from 3. Bristol Brooks in the backcourt. Feed up. Green underneath. Moffitt off the glass. Finley Moffitt. It was Malloy that fed Moffitt. So Malloy with the assist. Moffitt with the bucket. Next dead ball. All the bench players are going to come into the game for Coach Justin Moffitt. 3 wouldn't go. Defensive board, Riley Green. Bonds Brooks going to feed up court. Layla Malloy. Malloy, cross court, baseline. Moffitt gets fouled. Can't hit the shot. We'll have some free throw opportunities for Finley Moffitt at the stripe. 3 consecutive home games for the Panthers to end the year. Friday night and the next Tuesday, it's senior night. Back to the Hall of Fame. There's more to the class of 2025 that'll be inducted in the football season. Could not work it into the schedule during this past football season with 2 Thursday night games and playing at Western. They have moved it to 2026 season. It'll be 2 classes, a class of 2025. There'll be 6 going in next season, and then there'll be a new class of 2026 inductees as well going in. So a lot of honoring happening in the brand new stadium in the 2026 season. And with Blake Harrell going in, Blake is the head football coach at East Carolina University, so football season's kind of out for him. He can't make the trip from Greenville, North Carolina over here on Friday night. So it worked out good to get him in at a basketball game. 3 from the corner wouldn't go. Fight for the board, going to be saved. Wooten, no. She was on the baseline. It'll be over to the North Henderson Knights. Panthers up 30. 58-28, approaching 5 minutes left. Motley brings it up court. Coming up between games, we'll talk with Doug Plemons, boys varsity. 3 up and good. Anna Love. She's had a couple of laser beam threes. That left side is what she likes. She's been hitting them from over there. Wooten underneath, getting position. Can't get it. Got her own rebound, though, and got fouled. Between the girls and the boys game, chat with Doug Plemons, boys varsity coach, talking about last week and a couple of wins that they were able to secure in the conference. And then tonight's action against North Henderson. So I want to stick around for that here on YouTube and Facebook of the Franklin Panther Sports Network. Autry dribbling around, baseline, got it. Alyssa Autry with the J. Love in the corner. She's going to be double teamed this time. Going to dribble out of there somehow. Feed Watkins. She can't get it to go. Got her own rebound. Goes up. Counted and 1 for DeAsia Watkins. Sophomore will be at the line. Just the first on Franklin here in the 4th quarter. And it was whistled on Hervey, her second. So Deasia Watkins to attempt the and one. Autry. Same spot, same result. Kyla Motley. Lyda with it, getting position, and she got a tough shot to go. Ava Lyda, another sophomore, with the bucket. Hervey with some issues in the backcourt. She gets it up to Alyssa Autry. Autry going to feed Wooten. Wooten can't get it. Here comes Motley and the Purple Knights. She gets it poked away, does Motley. It'll stay with North. 3:16 to go in the fourth. Panthers on their way to their second consecutive victory over North Henderson, regular season sweep at least. These two may see each other in the conference tournament. You never know. Motley 3 off the mark. Newsom with the rebound. She's going to quickly get up court and then fire a pass. They should have whistled. It was off of a foot. Watkins off the glass, good. Officials just want it to go as quickly as possible at this point. Wooten stops and pops and hits. Lyda gets double team, kicks it out. It's Motley a 3. Wouldn't go. Rebound Watkins. She spins short with the shot. And a rebound underneath by Wooten. She fires a pass. It's knocked away. Going to say off of Hervey. So it's going to stay with North Henderson on their end of the court. And we got a whistle. And do we have a full timeout? Or is it a 30? Yep, going to be a full timeout, so we'll take one with 2:23 left in the fourth quarter. Stay with us.
Need underbrush cleared? Have a stump that needs grinding? A tree that's become a hazard on your property? Call Carson Tree Service for a free estimate today. Whether it's landscaping or view cuts, he can help. Fully licensed and insured. Call Cheyenne Carson at 828-526-6213.
When your land demands the best, you need equipment you can count on. At Kubota Tractors of Franklin, you'll find that quality equipment and the best selection anywhere. Everything from the new Kubota subcompact tractors and the zero-turn mowers, all the way up to heavy construction equipment. Plus, right now, we're offering super low price options and incredible long-term financing on practically all Kubota products in stock. Come see us today at North Carolina's family tractor dealer, Kubota Tractors of Franklin.
Out of the timeout, North will have it. 2:23 left in this one. Panthers almost calls a turnover. They will cause a turnover. This is the last touch by North. Oh, no, they're going to whistle a foul. On the Knights. Okay. All right. Hannah Love. Yeah, she picks up her first. Autry wouldn't go. Fight for it. Saved. Eventually into the hands of the Panthers as Autry secures it. Gives it up. Newsom will travel with it. 2:04 to go in the fourth. Panthers looking to go 2 games above 500 at 8-4 in the conference. A 3 from the corner by Love. Check that. Kennedy Drake wouldn't go. Panthers quickly down court. High off the glass. And good for Bailey Bryant. .90 seconds left in this one. Pass knocked away. Newsom knocks it away, gives it up to Bryant. She gets fouled on the way to the hole. So that one's going against Hannah Love, her second, team's fourth. 2 shots. Autry hits the first. And the second one up and good. Both hit the bottom of the net. Back to a 30-point advantage for the Panthers. Minute 19 to go. Love brings it up. Finds Drake. Back to Love. The jumper wouldn't go. Fight for it. Panthers going to come out with it. Under 60 seconds left. Fight for position. Shot wouldn't go for Bailey Wooten underneath. 48 seconds. North going to come down quickly. A 3. Tried to bank it home. And on the rebound, we're heading the other way. Molly Spears checked in, and she tried to bank that 3 in. Another sub coming in, Maya Soltero. Coming off the bench, another sophomore, a ton of them. For Coach Kevin Rhodes. It's the 5th on North, so free throw opportunities for Newsom. First one good. One more at the stripe for Aubrey Newsom. Hervey going to check in off the bench as Bailey Wooten takes a seat. One more. Couldn't get that one to go. Long rebound. It'll be out of bounds off of Hervey as she dives. Try to save it. 33 seconds left. 69-38. Kennedy Drake feeds. Shot in the paint wouldn't go, and now a fight for it. Jump ball possession arrow is going to stay with North. 23.1 to go. Again, more action Friday night. If you are tuning in for the Lady Panthers, not going to stick around for the boys action. Invite you to be with us Friday night for some more exciting basketball here on the network. It'll be the Battle of Cowie Mountain. 17 seconds. Get the Panthers just drain the clock here. Looks like they most likely will. Mason, the drive in, kick it. Down to 7 seconds. Mason is going to be fouled with 2.1 seconds remaining on the clock. Free throw opportunities for Malia Mason. First one, air ball. One more. And that's pretty much going to do it. It's a final here at the Panther Den. Franklin wins 69-38. Advances their overall mark to 12-10 and 8-4 in the Mountain 8 Conference. The North Henderson Lady Knights fall to 5-16 and 2-9 in the Mountain 8 Conference. These two teams could possibly meet again in the conference tournament, which is about a week and a half away and hosted at Smoky Mountain. Beginning, we believe, on February the 16th. All right, boys action coming up. Boys coming on to the floor. Here come the Purple Knights out of their locker room. And we're going to get set for the boys tip-off with a chat with Coach Doug Clemens here in just a few moments. Hang with us on YouTube Live and Facebook Live. This is the Franklin Panthers Sports Network. And welcome back as we get set for the tip-off of the boys varsity. George Young back with you, along now with Doug Clemens, head boys varsity basketball coach. And it's been a week since we talked to you, and I could tell last week when we had our discussion that something had changed in your team. And you had mentioned you had a team meeting and you thought that everything was going to be good. And it was more than good against Pisgah last week, Coach. It was a dominating win over the Pisgah Black Bears.
Yes, I just, you never know sometimes, but just watching the kids practice, just their demeanor, their effort, and then going into the Pisgah game, they were excited, they were challenged. At that time, us and Pisgah and East Henderson were right there neck and neck. All of us basically had beaten each other, and so we needed that game to add some distance between us and Pisgah, and then we were able to do that. As you mentioned, we played a great game, arguably maybe the best game of the season as far as conference play. So we were excited to get that win. It came on the heels of us, having to do some things, move some things around, and you always worry about that. Will the kids respond? Will they get off schedule? Those type things, but the kids really came forward, and I was proud of them for their effort, and to get the win was huge.
Yeah, broke a 10-game win streak for Pisgah, and you turned around, and not even 24 hours later, it was Haywood County week. You headed to Waynesville to take on Tuscola, a team that earlier in January you had handled pretty well here at the Panther Den, but playing back-to-back like that, you just kind of never know. But again, it was a dominating win.
It was. We've done some back-to-back stuff as the seasons went along, so if it had been the first time that we had done that, then I might have worried a little bit more. But having played in the Christmas tournament, and I think we had a back-to-back game when we played at Andrews in the middle of the week, been 2 or 3 weeks ago. So we having gone through that, I felt confident that physically the guys could handle it, and then we're to the point in the season now. It's not that they don't like to practice, but they want to play. All the preseason stuff and building up, fighting the grind of the regular season games. It just gets to a point to where all we need to do really is do some refreshing, do some rehearsing, and get them to the game, rested and healthy, and then, just turn them loose and let them go.
Well, tonight it's a conference game. You've got 3 consecutive games here at the Panther Den, starting tonight, then Friday night, and then senior night coming up on Tuesday. It's a team in North Henderson that you beat a few weeks back, a team that has a good record. They have beaten some pretty good teams this season, but again, it's the second time around, so I've asked you this a couple of times. What did you learn back a few weeks ago when you beat them?
Well, I learned that we played a really good game over there, and we had a bit of a commanding lead midway of the fourth quarter, and we had slowed the game down a little bit against East Henderson earlier in the season, and it was very effective for us, and we were able to beat East Henderson, who's the other team in the conference that's really pushing for the championship. And so I thought that I might try that again at North Henderson, and it didn't work out. And so basically I took the foot off the gas, and they hit some threes in the fourth and basically cut it back to 10. I think that's what we ended up winning by, was 10 points. But when I started doing that, we were maybe up 15 or 17. And so I promised myself and the boys after the game that if put in that position again, that I would not do that. And so if you ask what I learned, that's what I learned. So if we get in that position tonight, I hope we do. If we get in that position tonight, then we'll keep pressing forward.
Well, as I mentioned a while ago, Coach, you've got 3 here, so it's a big stretch at home to end the season, and then the conference tournament. Hard to believe the conference tournament is almost here.
It is. We'll start it up, I think, at the end of next week with some preliminary games, maybe some JV games and some lower seed games. but it goes by so fast. And my wife and I were talking about the other day about how fast this season has flown by. And, I guess maybe I'm getting older. My mom used to say, don't wish your life away. When you get older, time will go by so fast you'll wish you had it back. So, but anyway, it's gone by fast. We've had a great year up to this point. We got these 3 home games. We got it set up perfect for us. We just got to do our part. We have to do our part. 2 of the games are against Henderson County schools. They seem to not enjoy the drive over here. Even though it's the same distance for us to drive over there, they seem to think it's a little farther for them. But and then, of course, the game on Friday against Smoky is huge. They were one of the 2 teams that's been able to beat us this year in conference, and we'd certainly like to return the favor if we can.
Well, as always, Coach, good luck. We'll talk to you in a couple of days.
Thank you.
Doug Plemons, head boys varsity basketball coach. Stay with us. We've got more to come.
Need underbrush cleared? Have a stump that needs grinding? A tree that's become a hazard on your property? Call Carson Tree Service for a free estimate today. Whether it's landscaping or view cuts, he can help. Fully licensed and insured. Call Cheyenne Carson at 828-526-6213.
When your land demands the best, you need equipment you can count on. At Kubota Tractors of Franklin, you'll find that quality equipment and the best selection anywhere. Everything from the new Kubota subcompact tractors and the zero-turn mowers, all the way up to heavy construction equipment. Plus, right now, we're offering super low price options and incredible long-term financing on practically all Kubota products in stock. Come see us today at North Carolina's family tractor dealer, Kubota Tractors of Franklin.
And we welcome you back inside of the Panther Den, getting you set for the boys varsity. George Young back with you, along with our great PSN crew. Just heard Doug Plemons talking about tonight's opponent in the North Henderson Knights. They're on the left side of your screen. The Panthers on the right side, and they're getting warmed up. And mentioned in the conversation there, we got 3 games beginning tonight at home. Oops, that's the wrong schedule. The girls' schedule. We'll put the boys' schedule up here. 17-4 coming into tonight's contest. 9-2 in conference tonight, Friday night, then Tuesday night to round out the season. North, Smoky, and West conference tournament begins on February the 16th. Here are the conference standings. Coming into tonight, had 1 game last night. We've got it updated. Brevard East, and East won handily. And they are in a tie for first place with the Panthers. Pisgah 1 game back. And you see North Henderson there, 14-6 and 6-4 in the conference. We're about to have the starting lineups. One thing I do want to mention before we begin, the Battle of Cowie Mountain will feature, between the girls and the boys game, the Franklin High School Athletic Hall of Fame induction ceremony for 3 worthy inductees. You see them on screen. All right, looks like we're about to head down and check in with our public address announcer. We'll have the introduction of both starting lineups. Here's Mark Sutton.
Final contest at the Panther Den. The North Henderson Knights versus the Franklin Panthers. First, the starting lineup for North Henderson varsity boys. Number 1, Ezekiel Abrera. Number 2, Jameer Patel. Number 22, Cameron Case. Number 24, Will Paris. And number 41, Braden Hudson. Panthers go lights out in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Panther fans, get on your feet. for tonight's starting lineup. At guard, a junior, number 3, Gunnar McConnell. At guard, a junior, number 14, William Rowles. At center, a junior, number 20, Lance Parker. At guard, a senior, number 5, Jack Tusateski. At forward, a senior, number 12, Peyton Harvey.
That's the starting lineup for both teams. So we'll get this one underway now to get the lights back on. These two teams met back on January the 9th. You saw on the schedule. Franklin came out with a 10-point victory in Hendersonville. It'll be Hervey that will jump center. Against Will Paris. We are underway. North will have first possession. Ezekiel Ibarra swings it over to Patel. Back over Ibarra. Ibarra gets double teamed up court. Top of the court, top of the key that is. Gives it up to Case. Case shot no. Rebound Tisateski. Outlet. Nice. Hervey couldn't get it to go. Fight for it. Jump ball. The possession arrow will be with the Panthers. Nice jump ball. Back to action. Rowers kicks. It's Hervey, a 3. Long rebound. It's Will Rowers that'll go back underneath, kick it. Gunnar McConnell gets hit. Late whistle. And he'll be at the line. Will Gunnar McConnell for a couple of shots. First on North. And it's the first on Will Paris. Gunnar got a haircut. I had to look twice to make sure that was. I always see his bushy hair out there. Now we got a whistle at the scores table now. Some questions over at the scores table. Oh, the clock, I guess, ran too long there. Jay will adjust the clock. We're set to go now, 7:10 to go. And McConnell will hit the second. Panthers pick up in the full court with some pressure. Ibarra tries to dribble out of there, and he'll be able to get a pass up to Patel. Patel going to dish. Braden Hudson off the glass. Hudson was big when these two teams met back in January in Hendersonville. McConnell wouldn't go. Fight for it. Patel comes out with it. Jameer Patel, the senior, at 6'1". Give it up to the 5'10" Ibarra. We'll bring it across that timeline. Ibarra kicks. Too far underneath. Hudson left to the elbow. It wouldn't go. And the board off to Tisateski. Here come the Panthers, dressed in their white home uniforms. Tisateski pulls up at the elbow. It wouldn't go. We got a whistle up top and a foul going against Franklin. Tisateski going to pick up the foul. That'll be his first, team's first. No shots here. Purple Knights will have possession underneath their own basket. Patel gets it in. Ibarra. Gonna find Cameron Case. Case over to Patel, tiptoeing the baseline. They'll say he stepped on it. Out of bounds to the Panthers. 6:03 first quarter. Tisateski calls out the offense for Coach Doug Clemens. Rowers. That's McConnell. McConnell feeds a pass into the corner. Saved. Down to the hands of Will Rowers. His shot from 3 wouldn't go. Fight for it. And here come the Purple Knights up court. Will Paris going to dribble out. Now back in, kicking. Ibarra 3. Got it. Ezekiel Ibarra, the junior from downtown, and it's a 5-1 North Henderson advantage. He's the test. He lost control. So off to Patel. Patel got it to go. Up court, it's Hervey. Panthers early on not shooting the ball well. Sometimes it just takes one. That one wouldn't go for Tisateski. Fight for the board. It's McConnell securing it. Underneath. We've got some free throw shots upcoming for Hervey. Second on North. That one's going against Cameron Case. 2 shots for Hervey. First one up and good. We'll get one more. Got some subs coming in for Coach Justin Pears. Luke Hill checks in for the first time. The 6'5" senior Luke Hill. Second opportunity is good for Hervey. Got the roll that time. Couple of ticks under 5 minutes left here in the first. Patel, bounce pass over to Ibarra, holds it high, back to Patel. Case with it. Find Hudson, feeding. Now loose ball picked up. Case wouldn't go. Fight for the board. Lance Parker has it. He gives it up to Will Rowers. Rowers kicking. Hervey, baseline jumper. Got it. Hervey got a little separation. Tough shot. 7-5, North. It's cross court to Patel. Feeding underneath. Would not go for Luke Hill. Jack Tisateski with it. Gives it up. Gunnar McConnell. Jumper. Off the mark. Patel going to slow it down for the Purple Knights. Give it up to Ibarra. 3:40 to go in the first. Pass going to be stolen away. Will Rowers tips it to himself. Finds Gunnar McConnell. McConnell shot blocked. Ibarra picks it up. Patel driving, kicking. It's Luke Hill outside the arc. Over to Ibarra. Hill gets double teamed. Going to feed Hudson in the paint. Hudson goes up. And a offensive foul going against Braden Hudson. It'll be the first on Hudson, third on North Henderson. Tisateski finally hits a 3. And I've said multiple times on these broadcasts with Tisateski, once he starts hitting, look out. He's got to break that seal. Hopefully he did that with that 3. Luke Hill kicks it out. It's a 3 by Case. Tries to answer, wouldn't go. Lance Parker going to feed up court. McConnell. McConnell feeds Parker underneath. We'll check that. Hervey underneath. He got it to go. Peyton Hervey with the bucket. It's his outlet. And it's a steal as we come back to live action. Tisateski off to McConnell. Wouldn't go. McConnell grabbed his own rebound, then lost it, and then North is going to turn it over. So they feed it up court. Tisateski attacks. Now going to pick up his dribble. Find Rule Rowers. Rowers trying to get a little bit of position. Going to find an open Lance Parker. Shot wouldn't go. And it's Patel with the board. Glad that you were with us. Boys action after the Lady Panthers were victorious over the Lady Knights in the first game here on the network tonight. I'm George Young along with our great FPSN crew. Falling down, getting the bucket, Luke Hill. Philip Angel, our executive producer, along with Joshua Chastain on one of our cameras. Spencer Lee also on a camera tonight as we've got a foul on North. It'll send the Panthers to the line. Lance Parker will be at the stripe. Is it going to be Parker? No, it's going to be Will Rowers at the line for a couple of shots. Fourth on North Henderson in his first quarter, and that one was going against Luke Hill, his first. 2 opportunities for Rowers. First one good. So Attic Sutton going to check in for Coach Clemens. One more at the stripe. Can't get it to go. And the rebound secured by Josh York. And North Henderson will have an opportunity. Dressed in their purple tonight with yellow numerals. Hudson. Had it briefly. On Case. Case is in the corner with it. Attempting. In and out with a 3. Out it goes Tisateski. Hervey fade away. Patel with the board. Panthers still aren't shooting very well early on. We've seen out of the gate a lot of times the Panthers shoot the lights out. Maybe the snow days got their legs a little cabin fever maybe in their legs. A little slow start here. School was back in session, but it was that always celebrated, never duplicated 3-hour delay today. Meant school didn't start till 11 o'clock. Tisateski wouldn't go. That may do it. First quarter in the books at the buzzer. That's going to be short. 11-9, Panthers on top of the Knights as we head to break.
Need underbrush cleared? Have a stump that needs grinding? A tree that's become a hazard on your property? Call Carson Tree Service for a free estimate today. Whether it's landscaping or view cuts, he can help. Fully licensed and insured. Call Cheyenne Carson at 828-526-6213.
When your land demands the best, you need equipment you can count on. At Kubota Tractors of Franklin, you'll find that quality equipment and the best selection anywhere. Everything from the new Kubota subcompact tractors and the zero-turn mowers, all the way up to heavy construction equipment. Plus, right now, we're offering super low price options and incredible long-term financing on practically all Kubota products in stock. Come see us today at North Carolina's family tractor dealer, Kubota Tractors of Franklin.
Welcome back. Second quarter about to begin. 11-9, Panther advantage. I'll remind you, coming up on Friday, it is Hall of Fame night here at the Panther Den. Between the boys and the girls ball game. We'll have those fine individuals inducted into the Hall of Fame. If you can't make it out, we'll have it here on the network. YouTube and Facebook. So if you haven't liked our Facebook page yet, go ahead and do so. If you haven't followed, subscribe to our YouTube page, go ahead and do so. You can get notifications when we go live. Inbounds pass secured. Will Paris, he gets the bucket off the glass to tie to 11 apiece. Also on Instagram, you can follow us there. We keep you up to date with all the events that pertain to the Franklin Panther Sports Network. We share it on both platforms. Lance Parker, tough shot, wouldn't go. Ibarra grabs the board, tied at 11 apiece. Ibarra, the junior, gives it up to Josh York into the front court. York looks to pass. Over goes Ibarra, up high. And that's a dangerous pass. Stolen away. Will Rowers off the glass. As we come back, have a foul going against the Panthers. That one's on Tisateski, his second. Just the first on the Panthers here in the second quarter. Ibarra thought about it, finds Patel. He's going to feed a pass intercepted. Trying to find Hill. Off it goes Sutton. Attic Sutton to Rowers. Open three. That one's off the mark. Looked good. And a turnover. Lance Parker. He's going to get hit from behind, and he'll be at the line with Parker for a couple of shots. What's going on Hill? Luke Hill pick up a foul. First on North. Going to be his second. Luke Hill, the senior, 6'5". Actually have height on the Max Preps roster. 2 shots. Parker's first. Got it. It is Youth Basketball Night, Rec League basketball, Macon County Rec League. A lot of youngins here with their uniforms on. They honored them the half of the girls' action. Brought them onto the court. Second one wouldn't go. Hudson with the rebound. Ibarra. A spin a pass. Patel lost it. Rowers took McConnell and threw his hands out of bounds. .6:24 left in the second. Glad you're with us on YouTube and Facebook as we are 10 minutes in front of the 9 o'clock hour. They're going to whistle that one dead as it hit the foot of Lance Parker. North resets. Panthers came out with a 10-point victory back on January 9th in Hendersonville. Franklin looking for the regular season sweep. And North looking to revenge that loss. High pass. Patel able to secure it. Ibarra now. Awkward. Throws a pass or shot either way. It's Hudson with the basketball. He's going to be fouled, much to the dismay of a lot of fans here. I think they wanted a traveling violation. He didn't shuffle his feet. Foul on Parker, his first, team second. 2 shots for Braden Hudson. Junior stands 6'7". Can't hit the first. 5:49 left second quarter. One more at the stripe for Braden Hudson. And he missed both. Attic Sutton runs the point, kicks it into the corner. Rowers a 3, air ball. Harris secures the air ball. Going to give it up. Patel driving, kicking. Nice move. Off the glass. Josh York makes it just a 1-point Franklin lead. Attic Sutton, high pass, Will Rowers. He's going to drive in. Nifty move. Reverse layup. Watch this. Whoop. Had to get out of the reach of 6'7". Braden Hudson. And almost it is going to be a turnover. Will Rowers. Gunnar McConnell counted it 1 for Gunnar McConnell. Clark says tipped it to himself. Hit Rowers. And then the no-look pass. McConnell able to get the hoop and the harm, and he'll be at the line for the and one. Exactly 5 minutes left in his first half, and he completes the old-fashioned 3-point play as Gunnar McConnell, the junior. 19-13, Panthers scoring bunches. Seen it all season long. Almost an errant pass. Josh York. Into the corner it goes to Paris. Back, it goes out beyond the arc. Now underneath Hudson, couldn't secure it. Now it's Attic Sutton to the hole. Sutton short on the shot. Harris with the rebound and a foul. Are they going against McConnell? Or Parker? It's going against Lance Parker. Okay. So Lance Parker picks up the foul. Third on Franklin, second on Parker. Jackson Wilson going to check into the game for Coach Plemons, has taken a seat. Lance Parker after picking up his second foul. Purple Knights have it. It's Case that'll bring it up court. And he'll give it up to Patel, calls out the offense. Back it goes to Case. Playing catch with Patel, back to Case into the corner. It's a three for Paris. Got it! Will Paris, the junior, in the left corner. Panthers try to answer. That one hit the side of the backboard. Off to Patel, coast to coast. High, can't get it to go. Hudson there with a rebound and the stick back. All of a sudden, just a 1-point lead now for the Panthers. 5-point swing quickly for the Purple Knights. Rowers, I don't know what that was. He got it knocked away. Lost control of it. Chance for the Knights to take the lead. Off the mark. Here comes McConnell. Gives it up to Hervey. Hervey going to spin to Sutton. Tiptoe on the baseline. Out it goes. Will Rowers, a three. Wouldn't go. Off to the races. Case. Can't get the roll. Fight for the rebound. Rowers secures it deep in the corner. He's going to dribble up. Stops, pops, got it. That was a tough shot. Had to rip it away from a defender. Three minutes left as Case has it over to Patel, back to Case. Into the paint, it's Hudson. Offensive foul, that's the third on Hudson. As he lowered his shoulder and Jackson Wilson stood his ground. Third on North, just the second on Hudson. 2:55 to go, second quarter. So we got some subs coming in for Coach Justin Paris and the Purple Knights. First time we've seen Leon Leslie into the game. I believe that is the only, it looks like Lane Huntley into the game as well for the Knights. Wilson feeding Attic Sutton. Looks to dish into the paint. Jake Pendergrass has checked in for Coach Doug Clemens of the Panthers, and he'll be at the line for a couple shots as he couldn't get the bucket to go, but he was fouled. Fourth on North, and that one's going against Patel, his first. Pendergrass for two. Got the first to go. One more for Jake Pendergrass. They can't get the second. And we'll whistle an over the back on Nolan Collins. And the Panthers pick up their fourth. Both teams have one more to give with 2.5 left, second quarter. It's Patel driving, kicking. Open three, Huntley, and he got fouled. Lane Huntley will be at the line for 3 shots. Foul going against Collins. Two quick fouls on Collins. And the Panthers over the limit now. 3 shots at the stripe for Huntley, the sophomore. First one rolls out. 2 more. got the second. He'll get one more. And the third goes in for Lane Huntley. So North going to pick up some pressure. Panthers going to break it. Sutton gives it up, knocked away. Stays with Franklin on their end of the court. Sutton tried to kick it over to Collins. And Leon Leslie is going to check back into the game for Justin Paris. North taking a seat, Lane Huntley. Collins saved it. Wilson with it. Jackson feeding Collins. Runner couldn't get the roll. Hit every inch of the rim. Wouldn't go down. Paris spinning. Short, and he goes over the back on the rebound. Paris will pick up the foul. That'll be the fifth on North, so we'll have some shots on the other end. Went over the back of Attic Sutton. Attic Sutton at the line for 2 shots. Second whistled on Will Paris. Both teams over the limit. For the final minute 50 in the second. And he gets the first. Huntley back into the game. Also Josh York has checked back in for Coach Justin Paris and the Purple Knights. One more at the stripe for Sutton. And he got it to go. And we got a whistle and a timeout on the floor. 30-second timeout. So we'll keep it here. I want to mention once again before we head off to the halftime break, Hall of Fame night's coming up Friday night. These individuals be inducted at the conclusion of the girls' varsity, beginning of the boys' varsity. Gary Shields, Billy Van Hook, and Blake Harrell. They'll all be here. Invite you to be here as well. If you can, we'll have it here on the network, YouTube and Facebook. 3 games at home to end the season for the Panthers before the conference tournament begins. Out of the timeout, it'll be the Purple Knights with possession. Josh York had it briefly, gave it back to Ibarra. They'll look to the sideline. Get the call now. They'll feed up court. York back to Ibarra. High pass to York. Back to Ibarra. Going to drive into the trees, get it knocked away. Picked up by Gunnar McConnell. He's got to save it out of bounds. He does, into the hands of Sutton. Now it's McConnell again. McConnell loses control. Ibarra to the hole, off the glass. Jake Pendergrass has it. Finds Sutton. Needing a pass over to Jackson Wilson, and it was knocked into the hands of Wilson and then through the hands. It'll go to the North Henderson Purple Knights with 65 seconds left in the first half. Ibarra over to York. He's double teamed. Lifts the pass into the paint. Secured Case goes up, got the roll, ties it at 24 apiece. Wilson couldn't get the bucket to go, but he was fouled. Jackson Wilson will be at the line for 2 shots. Give that one to York. Yeah, his first. Josh York Jr. picks up the foul. After this free throw, we'll get a couple of subs in off the bench for North Henderson. Justin Paris, head coach. Wilson, first opportunity. And he got the roll that time. Braden Hudson and Luke Hill check in. Two big men, 167 and 165. 39.3 seconds left. Wilson, second one. No good. Cameron Case with the rebound. Ibar, draining clock. Down to 19 seconds. Over to Case in the corner. Luke Hill. Back up top, it's Case just inside the arc. Jumper, good. And North Henderson's taken a 26-25 lead and a turnover. That'll do it. So at the break, North Henderson will have a 26-25 lead here at the Panther Den. We'll have the cheerleaders come out, entertain us here, and we invite you to stick around if you didn't see it at the break of the girls' varsity. We've got a brand new construction update for the month of January 2026. A lot has changed since the last time we got a tour. We even kind of went inside the bottom floor of the gym. I want to stick around for that. We'll get some halftime highlights of the first half, and get you set for the beginning of the third quarter in just a few moments. Hang with us.
Need underbrush cleared? Have a stump that needs grinding? A tree that's become a hazard on your property? Call Carson Tree Service for a free estimate today. Whether it's landscaping or view cuts, he can help. Fully licensed and insured. Call Cheyenne Carson at 828-526-6213.
Hey folks, it is time for the January 2026 edition of the construction update of the Franklin High School project. I'm George Young, along with Tracy Talent from Macon County Schools, and we are here again in the new Panther Pit. A lot has changed since the last time we talked, Tracy. Walls are going up behind us, and they're about to put in the stands on the home side.
Yeah, just in a month. Wow, how things have taken place, and that the framing for the stands is going in. They poured the riser underneath the bottom of the bleachers with concrete, and then all the walls going up behind there where the crane is. It's amazing what all's taking place.
And folks maybe have driving by seen some of the dirt work that's happening on the field. You see some mounds, you see some puddles. A lot of that is the old drainage that they were digging up in preparation to put the new drainage in, right?
Yes, and as you remember from years gone by, when it would rain, we would really have a dam coming down the steps here from the parking lot into the field. Of course, all that is level together now, but yes, they had dug up all the old drainage, and some of it you can see down there with the old pipe work.
Yeah.
And you could tell the reason that it would not drain water then, but all the subgrades going in now with all fresh drainage.
Yeah, and that should be done in the next couple of months in preparation, obviously,
yes,
for the field to be prepared in April, May, and June as they get prepared for the turf and getting
yes,
really prepared for the opening, which
the
is
opening season. Yep,
is still on track for next August.
Yeah, for August, and we're planning on playing football here in August of this coming year.
Yeah, it's exciting. All right, we're going to take a tour once again, as we have each and every month we've been doing this. We're going to head over. We're going to check out some of the buildings. We're going to go inside some of the buildings. So let's head over. We are now inside of the gymnasium. This is the Panther Den gym floor that we're standing on. Actually, I think where we're at is the stands that are going to be coming down. You
Yeah,
can kind of tell where the stands are behind us. This is exciting. All these walls have come up over the past month and a half, and they're almost as tall as they're going to be.
Yeah.
Give us a sense, Tracy, of what we're seeing here.
Okay, this is as you said, the main gym floor here with the, we'll be standing like where the stands are here, and the stands coming down there on the other side as well, with your court running this way.
Mm-hmm.
And then beyond that wall over there is the auxiliary gym, and it's turned the opposite direction. So, you know, for design purposes and to get the room, that's the way they've done that. But it's exciting to see everything going on, the walls up, the crane setting the steel. it's just amazing to see everything that's gone on in the past month.
Oh, it is. It is coming up quick. That's the comment that most folks tell me is how quickly this is coming up. Now, obviously, there's no roof on the gym just yet. Timeline for capping this thing off? Do you know?
Of course, they're bringing the walls up, and they'll have to leave this center wall out to where they can work around there.
Yeah.
I don't have a timeline on when that they'll be setting trusses yet, but I'm sure it'll be pretty quick because they're setting steel all around us, and the walking track, the steel structure that's there is part of the walking track that will be going around the gym as well.
Yeah, that's exciting. A lot of folks don't realize there'll be a walking track, and you can walk inside or run either way inside the gym. Obviously on days similar to today where it's very cold.
Indoor track.
Indoor track, that's right. There'll actually be an indoor track instead of indoor-outdoor track is what they have now. All right, we're going to head onto the other side and see what's happening over there. Well, we promised you we're going to head inside, and we are kind of inside. There is an open area of the wall and the ceiling right above us here. That's actually going to be the elevator shaft. Where are we inside here, Tracy?
One of the elevator shafts. We have 3 or 4 elevators in the entire building, but we're backstage, I guess you would call it, for the den, for the basketball courts. As you can tell where these rebar are right here, there will be more walls that'll be framed up through here as the days come. All around there's welding and cutting and things taking place as we speak, but all this will be your locker room areas, your bathroom, showers, and those things that you have to have for your sports.
And this is basically underground or in the basement area of the gym, but it won't feel like a basement.
No.
Once you're inside. It's all connected, and it's going to be cool. Yeah, it'll be very cool.
It's all going to work together and all going to flow very well. Got a great design on it.
These guys are working hard. All right, we're going to head on outside. And we're on the back side of the property, the Frogtown property. On the other side of the camera is a beautiful view of downtown Franklin. Behind us here is the 3-story classroom tower they're about to start constructing. We see they've built some of the footers. You can see that coming out of the ground. Describe what's happening over here, Tom.
Yeah, the footers, as you can see there, are deep and wide to hold up 3 stories of the structure that will be going here out on this section. As you can see behind us there where the crane is, they're erecting the bridge that will come from the center part of the building to the 2nd floor of the educational wing. And then there where those white trucks are sitting there in the center, that'll be the courtyard that'll be totally enclosed, the kids' green space that the kids can go outside and eat lunch or have outdoor classrooms.
And you see these walls continue to go up a little higher and a little higher every day. That wasn't the case last month in December.
Right.
All this has transpired over the past month and a half, and it's very exciting. And I'm looking forward, Tracy, to next month, because I think we're going to even be inside some buildings that have roofs on them.
Oh yes, and we'll start seeing the walls be erected on this side up by next month. They'll start laying these walls up. Of course, the first story is brickwork, and then the second 2 stories above that will be metal and phenolic panels. So it's exciting to see what's going to go on.
Yeah, a lot going on. You hear the beeping behind us. They are laying this rock, and a lot going on here at the new Franklin High School construction project. That's going to wrap things up for the January 2026 edition of the new Franklin High School construction update. Thanks to Tracy. I'm George Young. We'll see you next time.
When your
now
land
let's take a
demands
look
the
at the
best,
highlights
you
from
need
the first half
equipment
of
you
action.
can count on.
And that's been a look at highlights from the first half. Third quarter action coming up right after this.
When your land demands the best, you need equipment you can count on. At Kubota Tractors of Franklin, you'll find that quality equipment and the best selection anywhere. Everything from the new Kubota subcompact tractors and the zero-turn mowers, all the way up to heavy construction equipment. Plus, right now, we're offering super low price options and incredible long-term financing on practically all Kubota products in stock. Come see us today at North Carolina's family tractor dealer, Kubota Tractors of Franklin.
Welcome back to the Panther Den as we're just about ready to get the second half underway. The Panthers, after leading throughout, gave up a couple of quick buckets at the very end of the third quarter and find themselves down 26-25 after 2 quarters. Franklin has been averaging 40, close to 50 points in the first half, and obviously that was cut in half. Did not shoot very well. Saw a lot of the bench players get some playing time, trying to get a spark going. We'll see what happens here in the second half. It'll be Franklin that will have first possession out of the break. And it goes to McConnell. See the starting 5 on the floor to begin this third quarter. Will Rowers a 3. Back of the iron. Long board secured. It's McConnell. High pass over now into the hands of Teske. Off balance. Got the 3 to go. Give him a little space. And he's deadly. And then we've got on the trip up court, I believe, a 10-second violation. Yeah, I don't think they got it up quick enough. Teske. Parker, out it goes Will Rowers. Driving, kicking, over to Hervey. Hervey now going to find Parker. Back out, Rowers, it's a 3. Hit the top of the backboard, and that'll be out of bounds. Deep in the corner, it's Patel going to kick it out. Now pass intercepted in the lane. Rowers spins one underneath. We'll say it was last touched by a Purple Knight. Interesting. We caught the tail end of it there. He was adamant about it, wasn't he? Panthers turn it over. Underneath, shot would not go for Will Parrish. Comes Lance Parker. Running shot. They're going to wave it off. Offensive foul. Wow. Okay. That'll be the 3rd on Lance Parker. That's a big foul. First on the Panthers. Gets the fans up behind us here. Patel going to throw it away. Teske. He wanted to foul. Don't look at the official and beg. You don't want to do that. He looked at the official. It's like, hey, I wanted to foul. And on the other end, we've got a foul going against the Panthers. I think of that one too. Is it going against Rowers? Yeah, his first. Second on Franklin. Shots upcoming for Will Parrish. First one up and good. Attic Sutton back into the game. Lance Parker going to take a seat after he picked up his 3rd foul. One more at the charity stripe for Will Parrish, the junior. In and out. North doesn't pressure in the backcourt. Gunnar McConnell got to get across, and he does. Hervey tried to get a ball screen for Tisateski. He's going to drive in. Wouldn't go. Rebound. Offensive foul on Ibarra. Standing his ground was Will Rowers. Watch this here. Yep. Ran right into him. Second on Ezekiel Ibarra. Tisateski going to get bumped, and that's going to be the third on Ibarra. Two quick ones on Ibarra. I don't know if they were going to get Tisateski with the arm shove. Second on North Henderson. Third on Ibarra. Maddox Sutton finds Will Rowers. Rowers with some issues, going to find a cutting Peyton Hervey. He's going to get the bucket and the foul. Hooping the harm for Hervey. He'll be at the line. A spurt out of the gate for the Panthers offensively, 32-27, a chance at the line to make it a 6-point lead. And it's short. Josh York gives it up into the corner. It's Case that's going to have to call timeout. Yeah, he did. He was caught up in the corner. Had to call timeout. Here are the standings in the Mountain 8 Conference coming into tonight's contest. Had one contest last night as Brevard and East Henderson were able to get that game in. This one will move from last night to tonight. All the rest of the games happening as we speak. Most of it may be in the books by now. It's, 20 after 9. If you just joined us, the JV games went very, very long. JV girls game didn't end until 5:30. It started at 4. And then the JV boys went a long time. It was a close contest. The varsity girls didn't start until 7:10. That's when we tipped it off. We've got a foul going against Franklin. It'll be the second on the Panthers here in the third quarter. Will Rowers picks up the foul, his second. Hudson with it. High pass to Patel. Patel going to bounce one into the paint. Back out it goes Patel. Corner three now for Case. Got it. Cameron Case from the corner. To get back to live action, Will Rowers with it, attacking. And he's going to get, didn't it count it? No, they say it was on the floor. As blocking foul will be assessed to Cameron Case. His second, team's fourth. Sutton to trigger. No shots in the Tisateski. Tisateski gets position. Got it. Tough one in the paint for Tisateski. Back and forth these two teams go. Panthers by 4. On the dribble, got a little separation. A step back. Corner three. Good. Braden Hudson from downtown. And it's just a 1-point lead for the Panthers with 4:03 to go in the third quarter. We've got a timeout on the floor. 32nd timeout. Coach Justin Paris and North Henderson called it. They want to talk things over. Upcoming schedule for the Panthers. 3 consecutive at home. Friday night it's the Battle of Cowie Mountain, also Home of Fame night. Senior night festivities will be a week from last night on the 10th of February against the West Henderson Falcons. 34-33. It's been nip and tuck the entire way. North Henderson had a 1-point lead at the break. Franklin able to build the lead out of the gate, but North, when you think that Franklin's going to start building onto the lead, been able to hit some key shots. Hervey, the blow by. (36-33). Back to a 3-point edge. Josh York feeds into the corner. Back it goes to York. Cameron Case dribbling around. That's Will Pearce dribbling around. Gives it up to Case. Case driving, leaning. Wouldn't go. Rebound, Will Rowers. Rowers gives it up. Hervey off the glass. Hervey was just waiting. And Rowers found it. York bounces a pass over to Patel. Patel kicks out to York. Deep three. No. Rowers with a rebound. He's crashing the boards here in the third quarter. Pisateski into the front court. Spinning and shooting. A tough shot. Wouldn't go. Rebound. Braden Hudson uses his 6'7" frame to grab that board as York has it over to Patel. 2:34 left. Another three. Another three up and good from the corner. My goodness, it's Case again. Driving in, losing control. McConnell will be last touch by a Purple Knight. 38-36. Ibarra into the game for Coach Parrish and North. There's a great crowd on hand, the youth night, but I think it's past a lot of them youngins' bedtime. They had to head on out of here. What, 9:25? Oh, yeah, it's definitely past a lot of these kids that were running around's bedtime. Nifty move in the paint and wouldn't go for Will Rowers. Ibarra bounces one over to York. York gives it up. Back it goes, Ibarra. Now Josh York flips a high pass. Ibarra driving. Stops. Almost traveled into the corner. Another three, and it's good. Cameron Case gives North Henderson a 1-point lead. As we get back to live action, Pisateski attempts from downtown. It wouldn't go. Josh York feeds a pass to Hill. Spins it into the corner. Case back out up top. Ibarra thought about it. Now going to drive in. And are they going to whistle? A foul. Foul on Rowers, his third. Wow. Okay. No shots, they'll say. York to get it in bounds. Ibarra now with it. Over to Cameron Case. Case drives, kicks. 60 seconds left, third quarter. Hill to the hole. Boy, and he was fouled. Missed the shot. Free throw opportunities coming up. And I think they're going to give that one to Hervey. Yep. Peyton picks up just his first foul. Fifth on Franklin. Luke Hill hits the first. He'll get one more. North Henderson up 2. Their biggest lead since early on in this game. First few minutes of the first quarter. Back of the iron. Remains 2-point edge for North. Will Rowers grabs the rebound. He's going to call out the offense now for Coach Plemons. Rowers gives it up. Knocked around. Sutton secures it. So we approach 30 seconds left. Rowers to the hole. Count it, and one for Will Rowers. Opportunity to regain the lead at the stripe. Foul on Will Paris. Third on Paris. Both teams have 5 fouls. Paris going to take a seat for Coach Justin Paris. Braden Hudson into the game. Bowers and one. Got it. Panthers up 1. Very low-scoring ball game for Franklin offensively. This is a team that's hit the 80 mark the past 2 games. Will Rowers didn't even dribble. Almost a steal from behind, as we'll see the replay here. Nice dish. As we come back, buzzer beater 3 up and good for Hudson. My, oh my, watch this. Kicking. That corner is just deadly for the Knights here this third quarter. They have hit tons of threes on the left side. Tied at 43 as we head to break. Fourth quarter coming up.
Need underbrush cleared? Have a stump that needs grinding? A tree that's become a hazard on your property? Call Carson Tree Service for a free estimate today. Whether it's landscaping or view cuts, he can help. Fully licensed and insured. Call Cheyenne Carson at 828-526-6213.
Fourth quarter underway. North with it. After hitting a buzzer beater 3 to tie it at 43. Luke Hill couldn't get the scoop shot. Lance Parker back into the game playing with 3 fouls. Gives it up. Will Rowers short with the jumper just inside the arc. It's Hill with the rebound. Ibarra. Finds York up top. Hudson has it knocked away from him. Picks it back up. Driving in. Grabbing the rebound in the stick back. Luke Hill. North back out in front. 45-43. Jack Tisateski finds Parker. He's going to get double teamed and be fouled. Third on Luke Hill. You just saw the foul. As we get back to live action, inbounds pass went to Gunnar McConnell. He was fouled. Hits the deck. Quick 2 fouls on North Henderson. That one's going against Patel, his third. No shots. Tessie looks to get it inbounds. Does. Will Rowers catch and shoot. High off the glass. It wouldn't fall. And the board to Luke Hill. Panthers just are not shooting well from the floor. Shots that are normally going in multiple games this season are not tonight. Luke Hill with the rebound. Goes up. Got the bucket. Biggest lead of the night for North Henderson. 47-43. They've got a whistle and a timeout on the floor. It's going to be a 30-second timeout for the Knights. 6:40 left in the fourth quarter. North Henderson up 47-43. 4-point lead. Teteski will have the honors of getting it inbounds out of the timeout. Here comes Jack Jack. Almost lost control of it. Drives in against two defenders. Can't get it to go. Got his own rebound. Kicks it out. Will Rowers. Rowers over goes Hervey. That was an air ball. Rebound Hudson. Over to Ibarra. He's going to slow it down. Franklin scored 77 against North Henderson in the first meeting. A turnover. It's Will Rowers to the hole. Two-point lead for North. Ibarra. Ezekiel. Drifts, kicks. Luke Hill. Hill going to feed underneath. Patel off the glass. They ran the play to perfection that time. Teteski driving. Off the glass, good. Tough shot for Jack Teteski. Back to a 2-point lead for North. Underneath, Luke Hill gets fouled. We'll have some shots for Luke Hill. He was in the act of shooting. And who they're going to give that one to? Is it going against Parker? Yeah, it's his fourth. Lance Parker picks up the foul. The first on the Panthers here in this fourth quarter as Hill hits the first shot. 3-point lead for North Henderson. Hervey going to take a seat. Attic Sutton checks into the game. Luke Hill one more. Can't get it to go. On the rebound, we've got an over-the-back whistled on Braden Hudson. Third on North. Is that the fourth on Hudson? No, it's just the third on Hudson. He's going to take a seat, though. Teteski. Jack pulls up, wouldn't go, fight for it. North Henderson going to come out with it. Now, tough shots like that throughout the season, Teteski's been hitting. They start falling for the Panthers here in this game. Patel kicking. Ibarra, tough shot. Can't get the roll. Lance Parker with the rebound. 4:45 left. Parker kicking. Teteski over to Will Rowers. It's a three. Off the mark. He was open. Those have not been falling. Patel drives, kicks. Ibarra. Find Paris up top. Over to Ibarra. Ibarra lost it briefly, got it back. Samir Patel. Swing it around. Paris. Now to Patel. Approaching 4 minutes left. Hill working on Teteski. Can't get the roll. Offensive rebound. Patel pulls up. They whistle offensive foul? Yes, it's going to be an offensive foul on Jamir Patel. They'll wave off the bucket as it went down. Patel picks up his fourth. That's the fourth on North Henderson. Teteski going to find Parker. Back out Teteski. He is open. Got it. Jack Teteski ties it at 50. The fact that North has 4 fouls, we'll see how aggressive they play here down the stretch. They're going to whistle a foul on Tisa, I believe, with a blocked shot. Got a piece of the body here. We'll see. Not Tisa, it was who's the question? They give it to Gunnar McConnell. Okay. Ibarra hits the first. Ezekiel will have one more. And the second one rolls off. Rebound Lance Parker. Parker, coast to coast, can't get it to go. Didn't have any help underneath on the rebound. Ibarra draining some clock here. Will Parrish feeds underneath. Off the glass and good. It's Hudson with the bucket. Tisa pulls up, can't hit from three. Out of bounds, should be north ball. It is. .248 with a moving clock. North Henderson with the basketball and a three-point lead. Ibarra over to Patel. Now Hudson with it. High pass almost knocked away into the hands of Case driving. Case with the bucket. 5-point lead for North Henderson. Watch this. Wow. Back to live action. Will Rowers from downtown. But now the clock not your friend. Patel into the corner. Hudson, baseline, wouldn't go. Sutton with a rebound. Here come the Panthers. Jack with 2 minutes left. Kicking. Parker out to Tisa. And it's Parker. On to Rowers. Rowers going to drive in. Can't get it to go. Hesitant to shoot those threes, which we have seen. It's been almost automatic for the Panthers. They're open. They're going to hit or try to hit those threes, and they've just not been falling. Trying to get some high percentage shots. Minute and a half left. 2-point lead for North. And a steal. Out to Gunnar McConnell. And a timeout, Clemens. Doug Clemens wants to talk it over. Is it going to be a full or a 30-second timeout? Going to be a full timeout, so we'll take a break. Stay with us.
When your land demands the best, you need equipment you can count on. At Kubota Tractors of Franklin, you'll find that quality equipment and the best selection anywhere. Everything from the new Kubota subcompact tractors and the zero-turn mowers, all the way up to heavy construction equipment. Plus, right now, we're offering super low price options and incredible long-term financing on practically all Kubota products in stock. Come see us today at North Carolina's family tractor dealer, Kubota Tractors of Franklin.
Got a barn burner here in Mountain 8 Conference action. Tied at 55, a minute 21 left in the fourth quarter after the steal and the bucket by Gunnar McConnell. The tied at 55. North Henderson has had the lead here in this fourth quarter. Panthers have not shot very well, don't have a shooting percentage, but shots normally have been falling. As you see, it's for the Panthers standards, a very low-scoring game, but averaging close to 80 points a game. They've scored 80 and plus in the past couple. But only 55 so far. Double nickels for both teams. Minute 21 left. Out of the timeout, it'll be the Purple Knights with the basketball. Panthers will pick up in the full court. Trying to get it in bounds, and it's a steal. Off to Tisa. And the Panthers have regained the lead. Almost another steal. Hudson with it. spinning and shooting and tying it up at 57. Hudson, I believe, is playing with 4 fouls. 63 seconds left, tied at 57. North Henderson wants to talk it over, and it's going to be a full timeout for the Purple Knights. So we'll take a break. Stay with us. Down to the wire. Both teams, after they tied this game, called timeout, talking strategy down the stretch. Panthers with possession out of the timeout that North Henderson called. Attic Sutton, trigger. And Teske going to call out the offense as the clock ticks to 60 seconds. Teske. Bounce pass Sutton. Sutton gets double teamed. High one into the corner. Rowers driving. Size advantage for North Henderson, and they're going to whistle a foul on North. That'll be the 5th or on the Purple Knights, so have some free throw shots for Will Rowers. It's going to be the 5th on Patel, so he will take a seat. So Josh York going to check in for Coach Justin Paris. Rowers will be at the line. 49.5 seconds left in the 4th quarter. First one up and good, and the Panthers regain the lead. Second one good, clutch free throws. Pass knocked away, but off of Attic Sutton, so North will have to trigger. Side court, 44.6 seconds left. Josh York into the front court. 37 seconds with a ticking clock. Over to Ibarra. Ibarra on the dribble, picks it up. Lost control. Will Rowers gonna dribble. Panthers have the lead, just draining clock, almost a turnover. See what North wants to do. Draining more clock. And now a foul. Coach Justin Paris to the right of your screen. On their bench, he's hollering foul, foul, foul. They finally do. The good news for North is they're over the limit. Panthers still have 2 fouls to give if it comes to that. Teske going to be at the line for a couple. Foul on Paris. First one up and good for Jack Teske. Big shot here to make it a 2-possession game with 13.3 seconds left. And he can't hit. Still a chance for North Henderson. Timeout. Coach Justin Paris and the Purple Knights will talk it over with 9.2 seconds left. It's going to be a full timeout, so we'll take a quick break as well. Stay with us.
When your land demands the best, you need equipment you can count on. At Kubota Tractors of Franklin, you'll find that quality equipment and the best selection anywhere. Everything from the new Kubota subcompact tractors and the zero-turn mowers, all the way up to heavy construction equipment. Plus, right now, we're offering super low price options and incredible long-term financing on practically all Kubota products in stock. Come see us today at North Carolina's family tractor dealer, Kubota Tractors of Franklin.
9.2 remaining. Panthers just joined us up 3. Where you been? It's been a great game. I know it's almost 10 o'clock, so you may be wondering, I'm just going to go ahead and fall asleep. You've been locked into the game and can't go to sleep just yet. As this one is back and forth. North Henderson has had the lead for good portion of the second half. The Panthers able to scratch, claw, regain the lead. Cisateski had a chance to make it a two-possession ball game at the charity stripe. Hit the first, missed the second. North with possession underneath their own basket with 9.2 seconds left. Actually, it's going to be side court. Paris looking to get it in. Does. To Hudson. Hudson for three to tie it. Missed it. Panthers rebound. Outlet pass. That'll do it. Franklin digs deep. Pulls one out of the fire to win 60-57 over the North Henderson Knights. A great ball game. Panthers advance to 18-4, 10-2 in the conference. North Henderson falls to 14-7 and 6-5 in the Mountain 8 Conference. Credit North Henderson tonight. Played a great ball game against Franklin. Able to play some great defense. And Panthers did not shoot very well. But credit Doug Plemons' boys. Able to dig deep. Things aren't going your way shooting-wise, and pull out a victory. 60-57. That's going to wrap things up. The varsity side saw Panthers sweep North Henderson. On the JV side, North Henderson got the best of both the girls and the boys teams. That's going to wrap things up for tonight's broadcast, but about 48 hours, we'll be back on here on YouTube and Facebook on Friday night, as is the Battle of Cowie Mountain. And a reminder, it is Hall of Fame night. Invite you to come on out. Should be a great crowd. The only Friday night game the entire season at the Panther Den in 2025, 2026. Hard to believe. It'll be on Friday night. It'll be the Battle of Cowie Mountain. Thanks to our great crew, Philip Angel, our executive producer, Joshua Chastain, and Spencer Lee on cameras. For all involved, I'm George Young. Till Friday, so long, everybody.